Have you ever had one of those days where everything just feels heavy? Maybe you've had a rough run at work, a disagreement with a friend, or just a cloud of unexplained gloom hanging over your head. You walk through the front door, drop your keys, and before you even say a word or shed a single tear, your dog is already there. They aren't jumping up for a treat or spinning in circles for a walk like they usually do. Instead, they approach you with a slow, deliberate pace, their head lowered, and they gently rest their chin on your knee. You might think it's just a coincidence, but research and thousands of years of evolution suggest something much more profound is happening. Your dog isn't just reacting to your behavior. They are reading your very soul through a complex web of chemical signals, vocal frequencies, and micro-expressions that even your closest human friends might miss. Today, we are uncovering the 10 secret things dogs do when they know you're sad. Behaviors so subtle you've probably never noticed them. But once you do, you'll realize just how desperately your furry best friend is trying to heal your heart. The first thing dogs do, and it's perhaps the most scientifically fascinating, is the cortisol check. We humans think we are good at putting on a brave face. We smile even when we're hurting, and we say we're fine when we aren't. But you cannot lie to a dog's nose. When you are stressed or sad, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. To a dog, whose sense of smell is 40 times more powerful than ours, you effectively start smelling like sadness. If you notice your dog lingering near your neck or chest, taking deep, slow sniffs of your skin, they aren't looking for crumbs. They are literally sampling your chemical state. If they detect that spike in stress hormones, they will often respond by staying physically closer to you than usual. They become a biofeedback loop, offering their calming presence to help lower your heart rate. If your dog is suddenly acting like a private investigator around your personal space, they've already sniffed out your secret sorrow and are preparing their response. Number 2 is a behavior known as the sympathetic sigh. We've all heard our dogs let out a long, dramatic exhale when they finally settle down for a nap, but pay attention to the timing. If you let out a heavy sigh of frustration or sadness while sitting on the sofa, listen for the echo. Very often, your dog will mimic that sigh within seconds. This isn't just mimicry for the sake of it. It's a form of emotional mirroring. In the wild, pack animals mirror each other's breathing and energy levels to stay in sync. By sighing when you do, your dog is signaling that they are on your level. They are saying, "I hear your heavy heart, and I'm carrying a bit of it too." It's an incredibly sophisticated form of empathy that creates an invisible bridge between your emotions and theirs. You might have brushed it off as them just being sleepy, but that sigh is actually a social hug delivered through breath. Moving on to number 3, we have the toy offering, but with a twist. Usually, when a dog brings you a toy, it's an invitation to play. You see the wagging tail and the bright eyes. But when you are sad, the toy offering looks different. It's the silent delivery. Your dog might walk up to you and simply drop their most prized, slobbery possession at your feet, and then they just walk away or sit quietly nearby without demanding a game. This is a profound gesture of altruism. To a dog, a toy is a high-value resource, a source of joy. By giving it to you when they sense your low energy, they are trying to share their happiness tools with you. They are literally trying to bribe you out of your sadness with the thing that makes them the happiest. It's the canine equivalent of a friend bringing you a tub of ice cream and a movie without asking for anything in return. The 4th behavior is the strategic lean. Have you ever been standing in the kitchen, feeling overwhelmed, and suddenly you feel 50 to 80 pounds of dog hair and muscle just lean into your calves? This isn't because they've lost their balance. In dog language, leaning is a sign of ultimate trust and a way of providing deep pressure therapy. Many service dogs are specifically trained to do this to calm people with anxiety, but almost all dogs have a natural instinct to do it. By leaning their body weight against you, they are grounding you. They are providing a physical anchor to the present moment, forcing your brain to focus on the physical sensation of their weight rather than the swirling thoughts of sadness. It's a silent, sturdy way of saying, "I am here, I am solid, and you are not alone." Number 5 is something most people mistake for guilt or boredom, and that is the avoided gaze. Usually, our dogs want to make eye contact with us, especially when they want food or a walk. But many owners notice that when they are deeply upset or crying, their dog will sit nearby but look away, perhaps staring at the floor or out the window. You might think they are being indifferent, but it's actually the opposite. In the canine world, A direct stare can be confrontational. When a dog sees you in a vulnerable, high-stress state, they often look away as a sign of respect and appeasement. They are trying to lower the overall energy in the room. They don't want to add any more pressure to you by staring. By looking away, they are providing a non-threatening, peaceful presence. They are giving you the space to feel your feelings while still remaining within inches of your side. It's a very polite, very ancient form of emotional support. The sixth sign is the paw of connection. If you're sitting down and your dog approaches and simply places one paw on your arm or your leg and leaves it there, they are performing a manual check-in. Unlike the frantic pawing they might do for a treat, this is a soft, stationary touch. Physical touch releases oxytocin in both humans and dogs. Your dog has figured out that physical contact is a bridge for comfort. By placing their paw on you, they are literally plugging into your energy. Many people find this behavior slightly annoying if they're trying to type or read, but try to see it for what it is: a deliberate attempt to provide a physical connection to help regulate your emotions. They are holding your hand in the only way they know how. Number 7 is a fascinating one called the sentinel shift. Normally, your dog might have a favorite spot in the house, maybe a sun-drenched patch of carpet or their plush bed in the corner. But when you are sad, you might notice they move their base of operations. Suddenly, they are sleeping right across the doorway of the room you're in, or they're curled up under the desk where you're working. They are shifting from relaxation mode to protection mode. Because you are the pack leader and you are currently compromised by sadness, your dog feels the instinctive need to take over the role of the guardian. They are making sure nothing else bothers you while you are recovering. If you find yourself tripping over your dog more often when you're having a bad week, it's because they've promoted themselves to your full-time security detail. Coming in at number 8 is the vocal frequency shift. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to the pitch and tone of our voices. When we are happy, our voices tend to be higher and more varied. When we are sad, our tone drops and becomes more flat. You might notice that when you speak to your dog during these low times, they respond with very specific low-frequency mumbles or wuffles. They aren't barking. They are trying to match your acoustic energy. They choose sounds that are soothing and low-key rather than sharp or loud. By matching your vocal energy, they are showing concordance, a biological term for being in harmony with another being. They are essentially talking back to you in your sadness language so you know they understand. The ninth sign is the facial micro-expression mimicry. Recent studies using high-speed cameras have shown that dogs actually mimic the tiny muscle movements in our faces. When we are sad, our eyebrows might pull together or our mouths might droop slightly. A dog that is bonded to you will often mirror these exact micro-expressions. If you look at your dog when you're feeling down and think, "Wow, he looks just as miserable as I do," it's not just your imagination. They are physically manifesting your sadness on their own face. This motor mimicry is the foundation of empathy. By feeling the sadness in their own facial muscles, they are actually experiencing a version of your emotion. It's a level of emotional synchronization that is rare in the animal kingdom, and it's happening right on your living room rug. Finally, number 10 is the change in walking pace. If you take your dog for a walk while you are feeling particularly low, you might notice they don't pull on the leash as much. They might even walk slightly behind you or stay glued to your hip, checking in with upward glances every few steps. Usually, a walk is about exploration and sniffing every single fire hydrant. But when you are sad, the walk becomes about the journey with the leader. Your dog senses your lack of forward momentum and adjusts their energy to match yours. They prioritize staying close to you over the thrill of the hunt. They are warning you that they are there, and they are willing to walk through the slough of despond at exactly your speed. These 10 behaviors show that dogs are far more than just pets. They are emotional sponges that have spent 15,000 years learning how to read the human heart. They don't need to understand the specifics of why your car broke down or why your boss was mean. They only care about how it makes you feel asterisk. And once they know you're hurting, they deploy a whole first aid kit of behaviors designed to bring you back to balance. It's easy to overlook these signs because we are often so wrapped up in our own heads when we're sad. We might view their clinginess as needing a walk or their staring as wanting food. But the next time you feel that weight on your heart, take a moment to look at your dog. Really look at them. Are they sniffing your chest? Are they leaning into your legs? Are they offering you that gross, chewed-up tennis ball without asking for a throw? If they are performing a silent service. They are working as your emotional therapist, using a language that predates history. The beauty of the dog-human bond is that it is non-judgmental. A human friend might try to fix your problem or give you advice you didn't ask for. Your dog doesn't do that. They don't care about the why. They only care about the now. Within that now, they offer a constant, steady stream of acceptance. By sniffing your chemical changes, mirroring your sighs, and guarding your doorway, they are providing a container for your sadness. They are making it safe for you to be vulnerable. You should also consider the physical impact this has on us. When we engage with these healing behaviors, when we pet the leaning dog or take the offered toy, our own bodies respond. Our blood pressure drops, our breathing slows down, and our brain releases dopamine and oxytocin. It is a biological exchange. Your dog takes some of your stress and gives you back a sense of calm. It is perhaps the most successful symbiotic relationship in the history of life on Earth. Think about the intelligence required to do this. A dog has to recognize a deviation from your normal state. They have to interpret that deviation as negative. Then, they have to select a behavior from their repertoire that they believe will help. This involves a sophisticated theory of mind, the ability to understand that another being has a different internal state than their own. For a long time, scientists thought only humans were capable of this. But anyone who has ever been comforted by a dog knows the truth. They are masters of the human heart. So how can we be better pack mates when we notice these things? The best thing you can do is acknowledge the effort, even if you don't feel like playing. A soft thank you or a gentle scratch behind the ears tells your dog that their message was received. It reinforces their role as your protector and comforter. This, in turn, reduces their own stress, because a dog can actually become quite anxious if they feel they aren't successfully helping their person. By accepting their comfort, you are actually comforting them too. It's also important to realize that different breeds might have different love languages. A golden retriever might be more prone to the paw of connection or the toy offering, while a more independent breed like a husky or a Shiba Inu might lean more toward the sentinel shift or the avoided gaze. Regardless of the specific behavior, the underlying intent is the same. Your dog is a witness to your life, and they take that job very seriously. Sometimes a dog's reaction to your sadness can be so intense that they actually take on your symptoms. You may find that when you're depressed, your dog becomes lethargic too. They might stop playing with their friends at the park, or lose interest in their own hobbies. This is emotional contagion, and it's a sign of a very deep bond. It's a reminder that we are not just living alongside our dogs, we are emotionally entwined with them. Our weather becomes their weather. This is why it's so important to take care of ourselves, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of the four-legged family members who are so deeply affected by us. When we find ways to heal, when we start to feel better, we see the ripple effect in our dogs. Their sentinel shift ends, they stop the cortisol checks, and they go back to being the goofy, energetic companions we love. Watching your dog light up again as you recover is one of the best motivators to keep moving forward. There is a legendary story about a dog who sat by their owner's bedside for weeks while they were ill, barely eating or sleeping. We see this level of devotion every day in small ways. It's in the dog that waits by the shower because they heard you crying in the steam. It's in the dog that interrupts your doom scrolling on your phone by shoving their head under your hand. These aren't accidents. These are deliberate interventions. Your dog is a life coach with a tail. As you go through your week, try to stay a little more plugged in to your dog's subtle cues. If you've had a bad day, see if you can spot the sentinel shift or the sympathetic sigh. When you notice it, don't just see it as dog stuff. See it as a conversation. See it as a profound act of love from a creature that doesn't even use words but manages to say everything that needs to be said. Your dog's world is focused almost entirely on you. You are their sun, their moon, and their stars. When those stars go dim because of sadness, your dog will do everything in their power to bring the light back. They are the only beings on Earth that love you more than they love themselves. Their 10 secret behaviors are the proof of that love. A silent, hairy, slobbery testament to a partnership that is as ancient as the hills and as fresh as a morning walk. We often talk about training our dogs, teaching them to sit, stay, or roll over. But maybe we should spend more time letting them train us. They can teach us how to be more present, how to listen with our whole bodies, and how to offer comfort without judgment. They are the experts in emotional intelligence. If we could learn to sigh with our friends or lean into our loved ones when they are hurting, the world would be a much better place. So next time you're feeling under the weather, don't forget your secret therapist. they are already on the job. They've already done the cortisol check, they've already moved to the sentinel position, and they're just waiting for you to notice the paw of connection. You are never truly alone as long as you have a dog. You have a guardian, a chemist, a silent witness, and a loyal friend all wrapped into one. The bond between a dog and its human is a mystery that scientists are still trying to map out. But you don't need a PhD to understand it. You just need to feel that weight against your leg or see that toy offering at your feet. It's a language of the heart, and your dog is a native speaker. Cherish these moments of connection. They are the threads that weave your lives together into something beautiful and strong. Every sad behavior we've talked about is actually a love behavior in disguise. Your dog isn't just reacting to your pain. They are transforming it through their presence. They are the ultimate alchemists, turning your tears into a reason to pet a soft ear. They are the quiet reminders that no matter how bad the day was, you are still the most important person in the world to someone. And that someone has 4 legs, a wet nose, and a heart that beats in sync with yours. As we wrap up this look into the secret emotional world of dogs, take a moment to give your furry friend a little extra love. They've likely been working hard to keep you happy without you even realizing it. They are the silent heroes of our mental health, the guardians of our homes, and the keepers of our secrets. Treat them with the same kindness and empathy they show you every single day. The 10 signs are there, hidden in plain sight. From the cortisol check to the walking pace, your dog is communicating with you every hour of every day. By learning to notice these signs, you aren't just becoming a better dog owner. You are enriching your own life. You are opening yourself up to a level of companionship that is truly second to none.
Your dog knows when you're sad, and now you know how much they care.
So, keep your heart open and your eyes peeled for the sympathetic sigh. Listen for the mumbles and feel for the paw. Your dog is talking to you, and the message is always the same. You are loved, you are safe, and we will get through this together. After all, that's what packs are for. And you and your dog? You're the best pack there is.